Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today I'm going to try to get the janky, crappy trailer that goes under that boat, this trailer right here, to see if we can even make it happen. I got this for free, this sailboat and trailer. And the Christmas parade is coming up, and I was thinking of pulling this in the parade. What do you think? Behind the bus, with the mast up and Christmas lights hanging from it like a Christmas tree. The boat needs some repairs. Right here, the fiberglass area, but it's actually a pretty decent little sailboat. It is a bombardier, 16-foot bombardier. But it needs to be bleached and cleaned a little bit, and it is relatively warm today. So let's try getting all this mess out of here and see if it's even a possible something I can do. And if not, we'll abandon that idea and we will just pull the single wheel right there. So let's see if we can drag this out of here. So I got it drug out. First things first, need to figure out how to get that branch out of there. Go get a little handsaw maybe and work on it right up here. Cut that back. I don't think taking the wheel off is going to help us any because the actual end of the axle down there is bigger than that. So let's go haul this up to the barn and get a saw and see if we can cut that out of there. Ain't nothing easy. Those bearings might need a little help. What do you think? Yeah. Don't look as bad as the other side though. Managed to get that out of there without having to cut it. Check that out. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to repack those boys. Well, Dad always says when you can't win, get a bigger hammer or apply some heat. Finally got that sucker off of there. So I'm to this point where I can't get that inner bearing off of there on either side. I got this one to move, I don't know, about 1.5 inches. Can't get it to move anymore. So I've decided there's more than one way to skin a cat. So I'm going to test my Dremel ability, see if we can cut that off of there. Pain in my butt. I have to cut that sucker off of there in 2 pieces. Victory is mine. Yeah, it doesn't look like I cut it up too bad. Focus! Yeah, I'll live with that. Son of a gun. The other one over here is even worse. So I think we may just save ourselves the trouble and just cut on it initially. Let's do it. Alright, I've already got that one cut. I'm just gonna beat on the... Ha! That one came off easy. Not off all the way out though. Jaminately. Definitely think those needed packed. Huh? I'm gonna move you down to the other side. Proving once again there's no such thing as free. Free trailer and 10 hours of my time. Done. Alright, so all we need to do now is get inner and outer bearings for each side, pack those, probably clean the spindles up, clean the hubs up, and put those back on, and put the tongue on, and new wheels, because those over there are not going to work. And it's all done. Yeah, right. Anyway, we're further along than we were, and I'll turn you back on when we pick it back up. Well, there it is. I stripped the lights off of it, and I had to cut those off, like everything on it. I don't know why I didn't just flip this up to film earlier. Makes it a lot easier to see everything. So I'll get the tongue put on it tomorrow. Over here, I'll buy some bearings, like I said, and the wheels, and we'll get everything prepped and packed and ready to go back together. And it'll go behind old Rusty the double cab over there when we go in the parade. A lot of work for a Christmas parade, though, don't you think? But I ended up not having to cut that stick, which is pretty... Wish it was actually a little bit more interesting design. I'd incorporate it into something. Anyway, lights are cut off, so I'll have to wire something up or put the magnetic ones on before the parade. But we are to the point where we can actually start building this thing back up and use it. Well, there's your problem right there. I don't know if you'll be able to see that. See what that says? China. China junk. Yeah. Try and get some Timkins or something good this time. Well, we got one hub pretty well rebuilt, and just working on packing the bearings on the other ones. A little bearing grease. That's how I do it. I don't use a bearing packer. Put that in my hand. And then I just take the actual bearing, and you go until you see it squeeze out the top. Just bit by bit. Kind of pushing and pulling it when it starts to squeeze out the top there. Right there, inside those two rings. You know you've got it good and packed, and you can turn and go to the next side. Just keep doing that all the way around. Bearing packer just seems a waste of money, even though they're cheap. You can make them. There's a guy on YouTube that made one. You get that all the way around where we're oozing out the top. And I don't know why my camera won't focus. There we go. squeezing out the top, and then I just kind of go around the edges. Make sure we got it good. Like I said, we got one side done already. Completing the second side here. And Annie has showed up. Alright. Packed messy bearing. What's a day if you can't look like that at the end of it, right? Maybe I should have left a finger to shut the camera off. Pinky. Pinky promise. I am amazed sometimes at the engineering goofballs that come up with this stuff. So the reason this trailer failed is you've got this is 9 feet hanging out here, and you're running it through a yoke, and I don't know if you can see that or not, but right there is where it bent because there is a single bolt, and this doesn't even touch back here. I would have run that all the way back to that. I would have put a bolt here and a bolt here. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drill that out and make that go all the way through. I probably would have just welded the sucker. Unbelievable. So what happened? You got that in a torque. The only bolt there basically caused it to flop and slop, and that caused these two areas here and over here to cave in and fail. But bless God, the roller isn't gonna come off. Just kills me. And this whole arm is bent, but because it's on a swivel ball, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I'm just going to leave it. And it's actually arched up this way, so I'm not going to worry about it. The boat will cover it. You won't see it. It looks super long, but that boat is 16 feet, so it'll probably end up being about right. So let's get that drilled. See if we can't get a second bolt through there. I just stuck this one through just to hold it while I'm drilling it. Unbelievable. I don't know if I can hold it. Yeah. Whoop! Back up. Back up. A little bit more. Up, up. Come up on it. Whoa, whoa. Well, it ain't perfect, but it's a whole heck of a lot closer than it was. That thing had about a 1-inch bend right where the chalk lines are. Had to get that out. There's still a little bit of one. You can see there, it actually looks worse in the video than it actually is. Right there is one, and there's still a little bit of one right in here, but we are going to count our partial win and go with it. Like I said, stupid design for a trailer. What brand is this trailer? Balco? Yeah. Balco, you need to rethink your design engineering there. Not a good plan. Otherwise, it looks like it's a very well built trailer, but that system there, not so much. So I've got to put that back on. Sent Aaron for some hardened bolts. Actually, he volunteered. Certified National Marine. Oh, if that passed certification, good Lord. See those bends? Those shouldn't be there. Anyway, enough of me ranting about poor planning. It looks kind of funny sitting like that though, don't it? That looks kind of goofy. Put that back on there, and he's going to come back with those hardened bolts, and we're going to change these out as well. And I'm going to have to heat and bend. This guy's pretty racked also. You know that whole free trailer thing? Yeah, not so free. Anyway, it's been fun little project. And then this piece here is kind of toast too, so I had him grab another one of those. Probably have to beat the bracket out and salvage it, but this little nubbin here, just have to get a piece of that. Other than that, she's cleaned up and pretty much ready to go. I'm not going to repaint it or anything for a silly parade. And we can't use the mast because it's a 26-foot mast. This boat, I've never sailed it, but I am guessing it is wicked fast. This is a bombardier. Kind of forget the, let's see if we can figure out a name here. Invitation? That's what it looks like. It says Invitation. Canadian boat, I believe. But I know it's a bombardier. That says it on the sail. Free boat, free trailer. But we can't fit the mast on because it's going to be too tall in the parade, so we're going to go with the boom, which is about 10 feet, and then it drops in. The mast, call it a tabernacle on a regular sailboat, but the mast receiving hole there. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So I'll turn a video on when we get it all back together. I just thought I would humor you a little with our trailer redneck modification. Well, sadly, I think we're going to miss the Christmas parade this year. It is pouring rain here, and even though we're all decorated and ready to go, I really don't feel like fighting that. Bummer. Still gonna go ahead and finish decorating. Turn on that generator so you can kind of see what things look like, and then we can just go out tomorrow. Have our own parade. I gotta come up with a way to hide my generator that still lets air get in. have so much junk in here, I can't step back so you can get a full-on view of that. Looks pretty good. Well, we didn't get a chance to go in the parade because it rained us out, but that would have looked pretty cool. Getting pulled behind the truck in the Christmas parade. There's a car coming around, see if any other lights hit. Turned out pretty good. I don't know that I'd have been able to run the 20-foot mast on there, but my lights are uneven. It looks pretty good. Maybe we can get some footage the next couple of days with it getting pulled behind the bus down the frontage road or something. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to comment, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. See you on the next one.